I am going to talk about jeans. I decided to try out the Levi's Hype. We live in Canada and clothing is pretty expensive in Canada. Anything that you have in America and then also in Canada is definitely a lot more in Canada for the same thing. I remember people saying things like, wait till they go on sale. They frequently go on sale for $30, but we live in Canada, and so $30 Levi's I could not find anywhere. I was looking under the $60 range. So this is what I have come up with. So on to sizing. I know that Levi says that they're really true to size. So I messaged one of the stylists, is what they call them, on the Levi's website and asked them like, okay, this is what my general measurements are. Which size should I be looking at? Because my waist is like 29 and a half. So she said, Levi's are very true to size. I would try a 29 or a 30. So in my first shipment, I tried both. I got the 30s and they are massive. I got the 29s in the olive and they seem to be right. I think that maybe a 28 would also be okay, but 29s and everything else is too big. Apparently a 29 or a 30 is not the right size for a 29 and a half waist. Usually my weight sits around 135 pounds and I'm 5'5" and a half. I have a longer torso, my legs are short. So my actual measurements that I keep measuring and trying to figure out which way to go. I am 75 centimeters for my waist, which is pretty much 29 and a half inches. And my hips are 101 centimeters, which is 39 and 3/4 inches. So the problem that I have with that is that my proportions don't match most size guides. Every size guide has their own, like this is what measurement it will fit, and I have never found them to ever work. It seems to be almost correct with the Levi's size guide if I go by my waist. So these are the 721 high rises in the olive. They're a size 29 and I like them. They fit a little bit big. I know that a lot of people say that Levi's stretch so much and you have to get them tight and they will stretch and mold to your body, but I've only heard that about the high cotton percentage ones, so like the 98, 99, 100% cotton. Those ones seem to be the ones that you're supposed to get really tight fitting and then they will stretch out and expect them to stretch out. Specifically the olive color of the 721 high rise has 54% cotton. So 54% is very low actually. I didn't even realize that. But I don't know if the whole like the Levi's are going to stretch out a lot thing is still true when you're only working with 54% cotton. If anybody knows if these pants will stretch out a significant amount, please let me know in the comments. Are they just like every other jean where they stretch out after a day and you have to wash them to get them back to their shape? Or are they like Levi's where you want them to stretch out and then you hate washing them because they go back to their other shape? Because I liked that sizing, I decided to get another pair of 721 high-rise skinnies. I got a 29 in these again because I like the 29 in the olive. However, these ones are definitely big, which I really wasn't sure about because every time I bought jeans in the past, the dark washes are always a lot tighter than the light washes in the same size. Nonetheless, I got it and it's a little bit too big. So the dark wash in this one, at least this wash, which is called to the nines, this wash did not make them tighter on me. So I will be returning the 29 and the to the nines because they are just a little bit too big. I have already ordered a size 28 in them. I just am waiting for them to come in the mail. Moving on, I got these 501 skinnies. So this one, I read a ton of reviews about before I bought them because they only had a few sizes left. They're size 30, 28 inches. 28 inches is fine on me because I'm short, but I really wasn't sure about the size 30. Some people said that you want to go up a size because they're so tight to begin with. None of those people really mentioned the whole like they're so tight to begin with, but they stretch out. The reviews that I read were they're so tight, I had to move up a size. So I was like, well, if I'm a 29 in the olive, 721s, then I will probably be a 30 in this. That wasn't the case. So I tried these ones on and they are huge. So huge. I am still not sure what size I am in a high cotton percentage one, but I'm guessing a 28. It might be a 27, but probably a 28. That was kind of disappointing because I actually kind of wanted them to fit. They looked cute on the model and I wanted to give a different style a try than I'm used to, which this is, it is a skinny, but it's like a kind of loose skinny. I was hoping that maybe they would fit and look cute, but they don't. So they're definitely going back. The one thing that I really learned from trying on these 30s, even though they are way too big for me, that the 5-button fly is actually nice because when it pulls, say you are wearing them in the right size, and they're going to do that whole taking forever to stretch out thing, it's gonna pull, but it's not gonna show the fly, which is pretty cool. They don't look like they're super stretched. Just pulling on it, like you don't see the zipper. It's not popping out. It doesn't look like you're pulling on the zipper and like maybe your zipper is gonna break or something like that because you've got this extra layer here. I was a little bit nervous about the zip fly or the button fly at the beginning, like, well, what if it gaps? Like, and the answer is no. The gaps in between are not big enough that that would happen unless you're at like some crazy angle and somebody's got some like super microscopic angle or super microscopic vision going on, or they're just being a perv. But in general, because we can't account for all of that stuff in normal life, they are not gonna gap too much and they also don't show that weird pulling. So when I do find a pair that fit on the tighter side and they stretch out over time, during that stretching time, hopefully they won't pull too much on the fly and look crazy tight, even if they are. Moving on to the last pair of jeans that I currently have is I decided to try a straight jean. I've seen a few people wear them and they pull them off pretty well. I have never really figured out how to wear them because I have short legs and so everything looks kind of boxy on me. I need a little bit of definition somewhere to not look like a box. So I decided to give them a try because the model did not look boxy. They actually would look good if they were in the right size. This is a size 29 again because I thought that 29 was going to be my size. They're not the right size. They do have too much room. They are, they're a more stretchy material just like the 721 high rises. These are 84% cotton, so they're not as low of a cotton percentage as the 721 olive color, but they are too big. Probably would look okay on me if they were in the right size. I'm still not exactly sure what that size is. These look like they could be 1 or maybe 2 sizes too big. They weren't falling off, but they definitely didn't have any molding to them. Like they just kind of hung on me. But I don't think that it's necessarily the jeans. I think it's mostly the size. I do like the wash of them though. This wash is called London Bridge. It's like a nice indigo type blue. So I have these 4 jeans right now and 3 of them will be going back. So I'm keeping, oh sorry, this is the 4 jeans that I have right now and these 3 will be going back anytime. I think that I'm liking this Levi's jeans thing. And that's it for me tonight. So take it away, future Alyssa trying on jeans. All right, so here we are talking about Levi's jeans again. It's been a couple weeks for me since the last clip. I think I found my Levi's size. It seems like for Levi's, or at least for the 721s, my size is a 28. I'm a size 28 in Levi's, yay! They do fit just at the bottom of my belly button, so for a high rise, that seems pretty normal. They don't have a lot of extra room just in the back of the thighs or in the back of the knees, especially. I don't like my skinny jeans to have a lot of room in the back of the knees because as I wear them throughout the day, they always stretch out in the knees. So I don't really like them having a lot of extra room in the knees to begin with. So I think that the size is right. I think that the fit is comfortable. I think that these will be a nice, good go-to pair of skinny jeans. If you found this video helpful, please remember to go down to the bottom right and click the little red subscribe button. Also, give it a thumbs up if you like it. And if you do know where to find Levi's in Canada for a generally good price, please leave me a comment letting me know where. Where do you look for them? Do you look for them on the Canadian Levi's site? Please let me know, because I don't really know where to find them other than a couple random stores, but they all tend to be more expensive than the Levi's site, which seems counterproductive. So let me know.